baked buffalo chicken wings. So you're going to start with about 3 pounds of baked or of wings. I like to, usually you can buy them frozen. They have them in bags, frozen bags over at Kopp's. And let them thaw out a little bit and throw them into boiling water with a couple teaspoons of salt. Now, I usually, if I'm having, people over, I'll double, triple this recipe because, you know what, these wings tend to disappear. And if you have leftovers, they reheat really well. So you want to boil these for about 8 minutes. And that's going to get them started. And then we're going to crisp them up in the oven. I've got some in the oven right now. So wings, you hang out and do your thing. And I'm going to start making the buffalo wing sauce and the blue cheese dipping sauce, which are just really easy to make and are out of this world. So the wing sauce, this is a sauce my grandfather, who's passed away now, was known for his wings. And he kept it really simple. He deep fry them, and then he just put them in a bath of butter, which we've got 1 stick of butter. Hot sauce, this is just the Frank's hot sauce because that's what my grandfather used. My grandmother Mimi, she was the cook in the family, but when it came to wings and French fries and steak on the grill and pork chops on the grill, it was my grandfather Homer. He was in charge of that. So yeah, his name was Homer. He's a great guy. But he was in charge of the outdoor cooking. You know what I mean? Like that's how, he was the outdoor cook, she was the indoor cook. So he was a great griller, but they were smart. They did the chicken wings in the summer. They do them outside on the deck to keep that smell out there. So 1 stick of butter, the wing sauce, and a few dashes of Worcestershire sauce. Okay, I'm gonna let that just kind of hang out, let the butter melt, and I've got that on low heat. And the wings are gonna get a nice bath of that right when they come out of the oven. Now for me, I gotta have, with hot wings, blue cheese, dressing, and lots of celery and carrot sticks. I just make a meal of it. I really do. Now I know some people do ranch, so if you do ranch, that's great. And my kids like ranch, so I actually do ranch for them, but gotta have homemade blue cheese dipping sauce for Bob and I. And this one is the best ever. I call it my best ever blue cheese dipping sauce. So it starts with sour cream, and we'll put the full recipe for this on our website. You can also pick up my recipes now, a lot of my recipes at any area Kopp's food store. Just ask for them right there at the service desk. So mayonnaise and sour cream. And we're not talking about the salad dressing, we're talking about the real mayonnaise. You could certainly use light sour cream and light mayo. Although, you know what, for me, it's all about the game. And, I have been really watching it this week. I've been exercising, eating healthy. Yeah, I played tennis last night, went to a spin class, and I went to a strength class this week. I know, I've been kind of proud of myself. Ann's like, who are you? Well, I just, it's the new year. So, but on game day, nah, not going to happen in my house. So we're going with a full-on sour cream mayo. Couple dashes, again, of hot sauce. This isn't going to be spicy at all because we're saving that for the wings. This is just going to add a little bit of flavor, depth of flavor to that sauce. And we've got lots of seasonings. Key ingredient, this is celery salt, dried mustard, garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of sugar, and fresh lemon juice. So I'm going to get that going. And this you could make today or at least make it a few hours before kickoff. It's really, if it hangs out in the refrigerator, it's just that much better. So you could get this, I'm a get her done kind of gal, especially with this game. I don't want to miss a thing. I think we've all had that game day party where you missed the play that everyone was talking about because you were in the kitchen trying to run around like a crazy person, getting all the food together. Don't let that happen to you this game. So start getting some things done ahead of time that you can do ahead, like making this blue cheese sauce. So in with our sour cream, our mayo, our Worcestershire sauce, and our hot sauce. Did I do the Worcestershire sauce in here? I don't think I did. Lemon juice. Goes some crumbled blue cheese, and I like to go heavy on the blue cheese. But if this hangs out in the refrigerator for at least a couple hours or a couple days ahead, it's really going to have some nice flavor. And this makes a nice big batch, which is great. So you'll have plenty for the wings and also plenty for the celery and the carrots that go along with it. We picked up, if you're hosting a game day party, You don't have to do it all. That's one of my secrets. So, if you're not, don't have time to make treats, we picked out some really fun treats at the bakery at Kopp's. They have green and gold fever. My kids love these big chocolate chip cookies that are one ginormous, and you cut them into wedges. Lots of great brownies, green and gold cupcakes, just some really fun things in the bakery department at Kopp's. Okay. So there's our blue cheese dipping sauce. How are our wings doing? And our sauce. Sauce is starting to melt, which is great. Now our wings, after about 8 minutes, I'm going to drain these wings. Drain them really well. I'm going to pat them dry, and I've got a foil-lined baking sheet that I'm going to spray. You don't have to line your baking sheet with foil, but I don't want to be doing dishes after that game, after we celebrate our win. So I line the, whenever I'm doing baking like this that could have some stickiness and sticky pans, I line my trays with foil, spray them with cooking spray in this case, and depending on how many wings you're doing, you really want to spread these out.
Paper towel.
Wow, Ann just told me we have Packer paper towels. How about that? So these wings that just came out of the boiling water. Now, talking about doing things ahead of time, this is something you certainly could do ahead of time, have these wings all boiled up and in your refrigerator. But you don't want to really bake them until right before the party starts, because you want them to be nice and crispy. So at this point, we're going to just take our wings that we started the cooking process and pat them dry a little bit and spread them out on our cookie sheet so that they're going to get crisp. If we put too many on there and we overcrowd the baking sheet, they're just going to hang out and they'll cook, but they won't be nice and crisp like the deep fried ones. And you're going to be amazed at how crisp these actually get. So I'm going to make a confession here. You know everything about me anyway, so what's one more thing? I'm all about the drummies. I like the drummies rather than, you too? Oh good, I thought I was the only one. Oh, Abby says she goes for the wings. So it works out great in my family though, because Bob likes the wings, I like the drummies. So anyway, just my little confession. So check into my sauce here, and it's perfect. So at this point, these go into a 450, yes, you heard me right, 450 degree preheated oven. And you just want to wait about 25, 30 minutes. Keep an eye on them. Everybody's oven's different. I like to do these on the top rack of my oven because that's where it's going to get even hotter. That's why you want that oven temperature preheated, cranked up to 450 or more. So that's going to get these really, really crisp. So I'm going to throw these in, and then I'm going to take ours out. And you can see they're starting to get brown, nice and brown. And it just depends on how crisp and how brown you want them. So at this point, I'm going to take my wings, get them into the biggest bowl you have. See the crispy, nice little crispy edges? Anybody got any predictions for the game, score-wise? Let's just not have it be as close as it was against the Lions. That was a little scary. And let's hope nobody gets stepped on. Not even going to go there, but anyway. And let's hope our Aaron Rodgers remains healthy the whole game. Okay, so now we're going to take this sauce, which looks like a lot, and you're just going to toss the wings in the sauce. Make sure they're really coated well. That's why I've got this nice big bowl. By the way, I had some milk, some of the Lamer's milk there with my blue cheese dip, and it just depends on how thick or thin you want your blue cheese. You can certainly add a few tablespoons of milk if it's a little bit thick. And if you do make this dip ahead, the blue cheese dipping sauce, it does tend to get thicker as it sets up in the fridge. So before serving, check it. And if it's a little bit too thick, you may want to thin it out with a little bit of milk. So there you go. My baked crispy buffalo wings. Oh, the smell of wings just makes my mouth water. It's that sauce, that buffalo sauce. Oh my goodness gracious, it smells good. Serve it with lots of cool, crisp, crunchy celery. I like to do it with carrots too. And of course, because these are a little spicy, that cool blue cheese dipping sauce will help cool you down after these fiery wings. Although they're not too fiery, which is what I like about them. Some of those wings, you know, at some of those places where they have those dares, those are a little bit too scary for me, those super duper hot ones. These are perfect for the big game. And if you're looking for the recipe for my crispy baked buffalo wings, you can get it on our website. You can also pick it up at an area Cops food store. Now, all we need is a win and some more great recipes for your game day party, and it is going to be one fantastic Sunday. So stick around. Coming up, we're going to show you how to do a Bloody Mary bar and some delicious chorizo sausage potato skins. Plus, we're going to check out a place that has been around for years, and if you want to go out to watch the game, we've got a couple great ideas for you. So stay with us. We'll be back.